Welcome back. We are doing day 28.5. That's right, 28.5. We're back at it again. Earlier today, we got caught up on a couple of persnickety bugs that weren't very important. So I want to get back to some of the more important things. Number one being that we did launch the website on Amplify. It's currently not connected to the API or has any functionality, so if you try and sign up or anything, it's not going to do anything. But this takes us one step closer to actually getting everything set up and launched, and I do think that we're getting very close, but we need to take this serious, guys, because something that I want to show you is that we have the keyword data for this niche, and what I see from the keyword data is that this is a high demand, low competition area. And what I'm seeing here is things like this: image to video AI, commercial intent, 18,000 searches per month, and the keyword difficulty is 45, which means that if we can come up with a keyword strategy based on this keyword in our website, putting it in the title tags, in the description tags, in the keyword tags, it means that our site is going to actually rank very well. So what we need to do is we need to build baseline functionality to get us to the MVP, which I think that we are already very close to having. We have this template feature, and let's go over to our API and get that launched. And I'm going to show you guys basically what we're looking at for this MVP. So let's launch the API as well. Let me do one thing on my end for the stream, guys, and then we will get started. But yeah, probably going to be streamed for about 100 minutes, a little night grind session. I was debating, I was like, should I stream it or not? I knew I was going to work anyway, and I was like, why not? We'll just stream it. Show you guys some behind the scenes action. All right, give me 1 second, guys, and we are gonna get this going. So the SEO is gonna be critical. All right, I'm getting everything up on my end, so welcome to the stream, everybody. All right, so let's check this out. So what we were working on earlier was our sign up functionality. Sign up functionality. So if we go to our profile here, let's sign out and let's go get 100 free credits. And then just as an example, let's do testtest@gmail.com on stream. All right, so one problem that we have is that it's actually creating the account on that first step, when in reality it should be storing it in Redux until it actually has all of the payment information ready to submit. So if you guys see the logs here, an issue that we're having is that it's actually, creating the user's account immediately. So their account gets created whether or not they verify their email or anything. And I'm kind of wondering to myself, I'm like, well, is that really how it should be? Or in the sign up process, should you have it be so that it actually doesn't create their account unless they go through the entire sign up process and actually sign up? So I think that's how I want to do it, because I don't want people being able to hammer the sign up route without actually creating an account and putting in their credit card information. I don't want people to essentially be able to just get into the database and create an account without actually putting in their credit card information. So let's prompt cursor here. And I'm actually going to switch it up. I was getting a little bit frustrated with GPT earlier, so I want to change it up to Claude. If you guys are watching, you haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. Going to be going for about 100 minutes right now, 100-minute grind session. So please take a look at the sign-up flow and the logic behind the sign-up flow in both the front end and the back end. A huge issue that I see right now is that essentially we have several steps to the sign-up process. For example, the user in the first step actually enters their email and their password, and on that step they actually create their account, and then they go through the process of selecting a plan and then inputting their credit card information, which is great. But the biggest problem that I have with this is that it needs to actually be all in one. So for example, during the sign-up process, when a user is creating their account, it should not create their account on that first step. It should create their account if and only if and when they go all the way through the sign-up process, input their credit card information, and on the back end, their credit card is verified and confirmed by Stripe, and the payment actually goes through, and the customer and subscription is created in the database, respectively. This needs to be a fluid process. You need to make sure that you have webhooks set up to properly be able to credit the user's account, and everything needs to be very, very robust. So please review this in depth and make sure that you have a plan to integrate this logic with best practices. Khalid said, create the account so next time when they try to sign up again, then they have to complete the registration. That's a good point. I like your feedback, Khalid. I like where your head's at. That's definitely a way to go. But how I did it with another project, in the way that I like it best, is when the account creation logic and the credit card logic are actually kind of built together, and so that if the credit card fails, that it can roll back any changes to any changes that were made. Solana Enjoyer said, hey, I'm first time seeing a stream like that. I just wonder, how do you hide API keys from appearing on screen accidentally? I haven't had an issue with it yet. I have multiple monitors, so I just am pretty careful with what I'm doing, and I'll put whenever I'm updating environment variables or anything like that, I put my screen on the other side. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna couple that logic together. So that's gonna be good. So you can see, even with that test that I was doing, I didn't go through with creating my plan, but the problem is it did create an account. And I just don't know if I necessarily like that much. I like the idea of a user actually creating an account. Now, one problem that we do have though is with the idea of actually having users have a free trial. Because this isn't going to be your typical product where this product is based on usage, and the usage rates are actually fairly expensive. So for example, it costs a decent chunk of change for each image that you generate. So, very quickly, people can use quite a lot of credits. So I have to think through, hey, how are we going to make sure that people actually will, pay? And maybe that means that we have, nobody that can sign up without actually just paying directly. I don't know what you guys think of that, but, I'm trying to think through, hey, we have these pricing plans, right? And with the basic plan, you get 100 credits. With the Pro plan, you get 500 credits. And with the Ultra plan, you get 3,000 credits. And then you can continuously buy more credits at any point in time that you want. You can just buy more credits. But the problem is, hey, if I've got a free trial person and they sign up for a free trial, I can't just, I don't know if you guys see what I'm saying, but it's like, hey, I can't just give somebody 3,000 credits for free. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be able to have a free trial for the Ultra plan. I wonder how Cursor does it. Like, if you go to, if you pull up Cursor and you go to there, because obviously it's very similar. Let's go to their pricing. Why is that so zoomed in? Go to their pricing. So get Pro, get Ultra, get Team. Okay, so they just have this. They have Pro 2-week trial, limited agent requests, limited tab completions. So maybe that's how we need to do it, or a blend of that, or think through something like that. I just got back from the gym, guys. Got a crazy pump in. Hit a back day today. And I was on my bike. I went out and biked about 20 miles. All right. I'm not necessarily sure how we're gonna do it yet. I'm leaning towards, hey, let's just start off with no free trial. Or maybe a 3-day free trial, I don't know. All right, we have one error left in the billing, and then we should be able to be good to test this out. Let's sign out here. All right, migration. Oh, a new provisional signups table. Interesting. All right, so it created a new provisional signup system. Take a look at the user roles and how it's set up right now. Right now, the user roles is essentially configured in the user table itself in a list. I actually don't like that. I like the idea of change it up to, what's the word for it? I want there to be a junction table and then another entity that just holds. So I essentially want the user entity. I want a user role table, a user roles, shit. And then I want a junction table, and then I want a user roles assignments table. First of all, I hate it when they create the migrations. Their migrations always have issues with them. All right, that's fine. do not run the migrations yourself. I will handle the generation and the running of migrations, but please, yes, update this logic in the entities. Khalid asked, which agent are you using? I'm using Claude for Sonnet, and I'm using Cursor. All right, so there's our user role entity, and then user role assignment entity. Okay. Please now take a look at the logic in the API related to user roles. Obviously, now that we've integrated this new functionality and this change, we need to refactor the code base respectively. So please take a look at things like the roles guard and the JWT guard and other things that include user roles, and make sure that this is updated respectively with the change. Okay. All right, so we have a provisional sign-up service, and the provisional sign-up all right. All right. All right. All right, so let's run the migrations now. So you open this up, run cd view creator database, and then you run npm run migration generate. That's going to generate the migration, then run npm migration run, and now the database is updated. Pretty easy. Something that I want to add though to the migration is I actually want to seed the database with the roles. So I'm just going to take this. Where's our enums right here? Update this migration file to include the seeding of the 2 user roles, respectively. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. More updates to the user? All right, so I want to show you guys this. So if I pull up pgadmin here, we'll be able to do a little quick refresh on this. And what I want to show you guys is this user roles. So right now, this user roles is totally empty. But what this is doing is it's making it so that it's going to insert into it essentially a seeded, nice little seed. So now let's run npm migration run again. And what this will be able to do is correctly add these roles, which, oh. No migrations are pending. Run the command to roll this migration back. Forget what the actual command to run a specific migration back is. Alright. So that's what it looks like to roll a migration back, and now we can run the migration again, and now it should actually seed successfully. Let's see now. Refresh this here, and boom. Here are our rolls. Okay. All right, so now let's take a look at our sign-up logic again. Now take a look at the front-end page and make sure that it has properly been updated to integrate our new sign-up flow into it, and make sure that you update the back-end as needed to make sure that it's cohesive. I have run all migrations and I'm now ready to start testing, but it needs to be properly integrated into the front end. All right. Alright. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Alright, we're gonna chill out a little bit on these beats. Do some lo-fi. Alright. Create your account. All right, this is looking really good, guys. It's putting everything that we need into a singular form. All right, so let's test this. Fix this error that you see now. Fix these errors. All right, down to 3 errors. in the API. Fix this final error. All right, there we go. What caused this error when I signed up? All right, let's test this out. Fix this error now. Okay, let's test this out again. I got this error when I clicked submit for my payment on the second step. All right, so something that's pretty cool. So what you're gonna see here is that we have these provisional signups is essentially now what we have. And what happens is when somebody signs up with a provisional signup, that is what essentially gets them into the database. Smith asks, why am I still using Cursor and not Claude Code? I actually like Cursor better. Nate asks, are you using MySQL for the database, or what are you using exactly? So I'm using Postgres. I'm using Postgres for the database. I want the sign up process to actually look like this. First step, enter email and password. Second step, they're shown a nice view of the plans. And the plans should also show what's actually in that plan. So take a look at the pricing page for reference. And then the third step should actually be entering the credit card. Add a really cool background gradient on this that's professional, modern, and on theme. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I've been grinding. Nade asked, and what about the payment handling? I'm new to this live stream series. So the payment handling, that's actually what we're working on right now. So the payment handling, we're using Stripe, and what we're actually working on right now is a provisional sign-up functionality. So that, hey, if a user is, let's say we had a user that was malicious and they were just trying to like sign up and like fill our database or fill our system or overload our servers or something like that. We made it with this system so that there's only provisional signups. So once a user signs up, there's essentially an extra layer of protection on our end so that they actually have to enter a valid credit card and so that the charge will go through until their account's created. So we're working on that right now. Looks like this is just finishing up with updates over here, but we're going to be testing that out here. All right, come on, come on, come on, let's go. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna do support plus 22. Don't like that, but let's test it up. I do kind of like this. Still kicked this error though. What is causing this error when I click the, it's basically the last step on the third step, actually submitting the card information. What's causing this, and please fix it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up. I got to go, but I just want to stream real quick tonight.